Mind is the forerunner of all states. Mind is chief, king, queen. If a person thinks or acts based in hatred, greed, and ignorance, then suffering and unhappiness follow them like the wheel in the track of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all states. Mind is chief, king, queen. If a person thinks or acts based in wisdom, compassion, and love, then happiness follows them like the moon in the path of the stars. These are the first two stanzas of the Dhammapada, compilation of the Buddha's teachings, which is the most revered, I guess, and certainly most translated of the Buddha's teachings all over the world. So what we do with the mind is of great importance. One thing to do, of course, is mindfulness, to be aware, to be present. Another is to work with one particular attitude. And we can do that with the ancient chant. In English, it's, I love you, with your name at the end. It's not very complex, is it? I love you, with your name at the end. If this is difficult, that's useful information, isn't it? I love you. We could make it fancy by imagining there's a golden doorway in the heart through which all the love in the universe flows, or a golden Buddha or Kuan Yin sitting in the heart, or that we're sitting in the lap of the Buddha, or there's so many imaginations. But the essence of it is, rather than running the old malware tapes in the mind, self-criticism and self-hatred, we take a moment, this one, to put in some new programming, some life-affirming programming. I love you, with your name at the end. The mind may throw up reasons why you're not lovable. Truth is, you are not perfect. Truth is, nobody is. I love you, with your name at the end. And there's a very simple and potent visualization that I like to do, which is to imagine that you can go back in time. And to go back in time to a particular moment, which is that moment when you were born and took your first breath. I love you. Imagine being somehow mysteriously there, maybe as the Buddha or Kuan Yin or Jesus or Mary or any chosen ideal of yours. You're the one who gets to see that baby crowning. You're the one whose hands receive that wet, messy little living creature. You're the one who gets to see that first breath. that gasping breath. Perhaps you're the one that gets to cut the cord and hold yourself against your own bare chest. Feel this little creature crying, and perhaps it's between your tears, but what would you say? What do you say to yourself in this first moment of your life on the earth? Your life as an autonomous being. No longer can you be breathed for by your mother. Be present at the miracle of your own first breathing. Hold yourself. What is it that you want? What is it that you spontaneously want to say to this new birth? There may not even be words for such a miraculous time, but there could be words like, I love you, I'm here for you, I will always protect you to the best of my ability. I love you with your name at the end. So simple. And as you do this practice, you may come upon memories of times when life was really hard, bullies or sickness, or maybe a parent sick. Maybe it's a death. Maybe the death of your first pet. Maybe the death of a sibling or a parent. Maybe moving all the time. Be present at that moment for yourself. I love you. Maybe it's at the time of realization that some dream that you've had for this lifetime isn't going to come true. Or maybe it's at a time of betrayal when someone betrays you or you betray someone else. There's something quite akin to forgiveness here, isn't there? This is the practice of letting the past be as it was, because it's really gone. It's over. I love you with your name at the end. And be aware in this body of this moment that breathes in and breathes out. I love you. And this isn't, I love you because, it's just, I love you. So there's nothing to earn and nothing to lose. Please be here with the person of your present age and your present experiences in life. whether it's health or sickness, success or failure, praise, disrepute. I love you with your name at the end. Sometime you might sit in front of a mirror and say those words. Speak to that person you see in the mirror. I love you. You are my beloved. And when we think of this as a visualization, if you would like, and if it would be comforting, you could imagine, especially if you have a Christian background, you could imagine that I love you is the voice of God, or it's the voice of the Buddha, or any other archetypal figure. And we don't need to get caught up that this is somehow idolatry, because in the words of Joseph Campbell, we can remember to keep your images and symbols transparent to the transcendent. Perhaps it's simply all of nature that has been saying to you over all these years, decades, by holding you in life, by feeding you, I love you. And there's no reason that you couldn't drive and every now and then remember, I love you. Or you could be in a moment of real deep fatigue, I love you. Or a moment of great mirth and laughter, or the delight of holding a baby, maybe. I love you. And any chance you are so lucky as to hold a baby, you can let that baby be you. I love you. And now tuning into the life in this body, in its vibrancy, tuning into this in-breathing and out-breathing right now. I love you. Having gratitude for this body. Yes, it's had problems. Maybe there are significant problems now in the form of illness or just the breakdowns of aging. I love you. Now, from this platform, this solidity of I love you, we can then move on to open our hearts to others. And we can do this just as a one-off, or we can do it systematically. You could bring to mind someone that you love dearly. They could be alive or dead. They could have gone on ahead, I like to say. We could spend hours, days, weeks. We could bring our parents in to see them in the heart mind's eye and discover that love is there too. and so on with all kinds of categories until we come to all beings, to the beings who live in the forests, to those who live in the deserts, to our brothers and sisters of the air, the earth, and the waters, to all beings in all galaxies, wherever life results in beings coming into being. Out of nowhere, out of the great unknown, we take birth, and I love you, leaving no one out, no being out. This is the great heart of loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. What the Buddha described as the illimitables, because there is no limit to them. And now, wherever you go today, you might spontaneously find yourself awakening and remembering, I love you, with your name at the end.